The untold truth. Generational wealth has nothing to do with millions. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that many people misunderstand: generational wealth. When we hear that phrase, many imagine billionaires, lottery winners, or people with huge mansions. But here's the truth. Generational wealth is not about millions. It is about decisions. Think about this. If you wait to suddenly hit jackpot before you start building wealth, you may end up waiting your entire life. Wealth doesn't begin with millions in your account. It begins with a mindset shift and the small steps you take today. Let's break this down into a few key points. 1. Wealth starts with a decision, not a digit. Building wealth for your family doesn't start when you make your first million. It starts when you decide that your children and even grandchildren will inherit assets, not excuses. Imagine two young professionals. One says, "When I become rich, I'll start saving." The other says, "With my first salary, I'll put 10% into a savings plan." 10 years later, who do you think is closer to wealth? If you started saving or investing just $5,000 or $20 a month today, how much could that grow in 10 years? 2. Small assets become big foundations. Generational wealth doesn't always look like skyscrapers or oil companies. It can be land, education, insurance, or even a small business that outlives you. Think about families that bought land decades ago. Even if it was just one plot, today that single decision could be worth millions. What is one small asset you could begin investing in today that your children would thank you for tomorrow? 3. Excuses cannot be inherited, but assets can. Many people leave behind debts, unfinished plans, or stories of what could have been. Excuses don't pay bills. Assets do. A family whose parent bought life insurance has a cushion when tragedy strikes. Meanwhile, another family without preparation struggles with hospital bills and funeral costs. Same event, very different outcomes. If you were gone tomorrow, what would your children inherit? Assets or excuses? 4. Wealth is more than money. Generational wealth also includes knowledge, discipline, and values. Teaching your children financial wisdom is part of the inheritance. Some families leave behind businesses, but without teaching their children how to manage them, those businesses collapse. Wealth without wisdom is wasted. What financial habit do you practice today that you can teach your children to copy tomorrow? So let's tie it together. Generational wealth is not about hitting jackpot or waiting for millions. It's about a decision to build, protect, and pass on something of value. Remember, it begins with a mindset. It grows with small, consistent actions. And it lives on when you pass both assets and wisdom to the next generation. Here's my challenge for you. Decide today what you want your children to inherit. Will it be excuses or assets? You may not hear these truths often, but today you've heard them. What matters now is what you do with them. Don't just leave with notes, leave with action. Rewire your mindset, take charge of your habits, and feed your life daily with discipline and purpose. That is how prosperity begins. Like and subscribe.